Hey everybody, JCB here with the Awesomist, and you're watching the Awesomist YouTube channel. I'm here in my dirty garage, it's Tuesday, and I'm posting a video, which means this must be Tutorial Tuesday. The lighting's really weird in here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make a ring out of a quarter without melting, smelting, or any kind of power tools whatsoever. At least, I hope I'm going to. I really don't know if it's going to work out or not. I'm going to be following a tutorial posted by the YouTube user Fencekid. A link to that video is in the description below. Make sure you subscribe to Fencekid. He's got a lot of videos about this subject, and he's really great at what he does. If you want to learn how to do this, he's the guy to subscribe to. He's the guy to watch. I'm just going to give this a try and see what happens. According to the tutorial, these are all the tools you'll need to complete this project, but I'm going to go ahead and add two more. First, an Allen key so that I could open this punch and die set if I have to. Then I'm going to add this pair of vice grips because I tend to smash my fingers whenever I try to hold things and hammer them. I'm also going to be using this New York State 2001 quarter. You can use any quarter from any state you like, even other coins of other currencies. You want to make sure everything's lined up as best you can. You can take measurements. I just eyeballed this one, and I kind of got everything that I wanted outside of the circle. Next, you're going to lock your punch into your set of vice grips, and you're going to slide it right into the hole and hold it nice and steady. Then you're going to smack it with a hammer to create a dent or divot in the coin. A couple strong hits should do the trick. If you look inside, you can see the coin has now been dented. This means it's going to be a lot harder to accidentally mess up the coin. Now start hammering away at full speed. You can see the coin is being pushed through the bottom of the punch and die set. Once the coin's been punched through, you just need to hammer it off of your little die. That way you can work with the coin itself. This is what your coin will look like. Mine's a little bit offset, as you can see. You're going to slide your quarter onto your mandrel and then use your plastic pipe to actually push the coin down the mandrel, spreading the hole wider and wider. Make sure you check the size now and then keep hammering away. My finger's about a 10.5. So when I got to at the 5 mark, I knocked the coin off, flipped it around, and went to town on it yet again. You want to make sure you check your coin periodically to be sure you're not making it too large, or that you haven't damaged the coin. It takes a lot of strength and a lot of time, but if you're persistent, you can get it down where it needs to be. Unfortunately for me, those last few hits actually caused a crack in my coin, so I won't be using this ring anytime soon. To remove the coin from the mandrel once you're done, just smack it, and as you can see here, it was coming along nice, even if it was a little off-center, until that major crack right there caused a problem. Next, I'm going to be using this Chuck E. Cheese coin, just because, heck, why not? It's a little bit easier to line up because it has a circle right in the center of the coin, so I just lined that circle up with my punch and die set, and started going to town on it. As you can see here, some light's already shining through on the end. Continue hammering until it comes out. This is what the punched out piece looks like. As you can see, Chucky's face is right there on the spot. This is what the coin looks like after I punched out that center piece. Slide it right onto the mandrel. You can do any side you want. Typically you want the outside of the coin facing up, but since Chuck E. Cheese coins are the same on both sides, it really doesn't matter. I decided this time to try to even the coin out before I started hitting it with the pipe. So after every time I slammed it with the pipe, I would straighten out the coin just a little bit just to make sure everything was going smooth. Once again, I knocked the coin off at about the halfway mark, and that's what it looks like at that point. Slide it back on the opposite direction so that the coin will bend both directions, rounding out the ring. Continue hammering until you get to the desired ring size. Right here, I was almost at a 10. As I said, my finger's about a 10.5, so I wanted to keep going just a little bit more to make sure the ring would fit. Once I got to the 10 mark, I just hammered the ring off of the mandrel, and it was ready to try on. As you can see, the ring was still just a little bit tight for me. As I said, I'm about a 10.5, and this is close to a 10. So I decided to put it back on and try to get it to round out a little more and give me just that little bit of extra space that I needed for my finger. Unfortunately, I do believe it was these last few hits that I did that caused the ring to split just like the last one. This is how the Chuck E. Cheese ring turned out. It was coming along great, but there's this big crack where a kid can be a kid. It's unfortunate because this one was turning out really well until I got a little overzealous with the hammer. If you're wondering what the New York State quarter ring looks like, it's right here. It too was coming along pretty well, even if it was off center. The problem was that it got this big crack in the side that you can see right here. So that was my attempt at trying to make a ring out of a quarter, and I have to say I failed miserably. Twice, actually. That doesn't mean that this can't be done. It doesn't mean Fencekid faked his video or anything like that. It just means I'm terrible with my hands, which I kind of already knew, which is why I wanted to try this. But this is not something that you could just go buy the materials and the tools and watch a video one time and actually do it. This takes skill and patience and just really a lot of practice. So if you want to learn how to do this, I do recommend that you subscribe to Fencekid's channel. Watch all of his videos. He is a pro at this stuff. I'm just a guy who's making an ass of himself on the internet. I'm gonna keep trying to do this. I didn't realize how much actual power it takes to get through the quarter. I think that's what messed up my first attempt. And the second attempt, I think it was just bad luck. I got it really close to being done and then I tried to make it fit just a little bit better and I messed it up. So I think if I just practice a little bit more, I'd probably really get the hang of this. I tried 3 more times later and I still couldn't do it. Though the one in the center is really close. It's kind of frustrating. As for Tutorial Tuesdays, I don't know if this will be a weekly feature as I try to release 1 video a week, and if I'm doing Tutorial Tuesdays every Tuesday, that becomes the whole point of this channel. So I will release as many of these as I can, and they'll always be on Tuesdays, so make sure you take a look out for those. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe as it will really help me out. This is a brand new channel still, and I'm really trying to build it up. If you want to check out my last video, it's right here, and it was how to make a custom ringtone for your Android phone. Or if you want something a little funnier, you can check out this one right here, which is the 5 manliest ways to cook meat. Make sure you check those out, and until next time, keep being awesome.